Hello, my friends. Welcome back. My name is Paul, if you haven't joined me before. Today, I am talking about my trip to Chicago for WorldCon 80. This was my fourth WorldCon, and during this trip, I got to meet up with some amazing booktubers that I've been friends with for many years. These people mean a lot to me, and I'm so grateful that I was able to spend the time with them that I had. Some of the things that I did during the trip was visiting the Art Museum, the Field Museum, the Science and the Industry Museum, some botanic gardens. I went to the aquarium, and then of course there was the convention as well. And I went to a few panels. Yeah, the Masquerade, which was amazing this year. The Masquerade was so good this year. And then the Hugo Awards, which wasn't all that great. It just seemed like a lot of people were very tired at the end of the week. And the crowd, and even the people that was involved, they just didn't have the energy that they would have had in previous years. You know, people are just kind of tired. And everyone's kind of out of practice at being at a convention with a lot of people. But it was a great time. I loved it. I can't wait until Glasgow. I won't be able to go to China, but Scotland, 2024. That's gonna be amazing. I did a fun thing. I asked my booktube friends to find me 2 books. So I gave them money at the dealer's room to buy me 2 books. I don't really buy books anymore, but I thought this would be a fun way for them to find books that would represent my personality and my taste, or things that they think that I should maybe read. Also, once I read them, I'm going to put them in my library's collection. So that was also a factor in what they would pick. So I'm looking forward to reading these during September so I can add them to my library's collection. I wanted to get kind of newer books so that I can add them to my library's collection after I read them. And what I did is they put them in a paper bag. This paper bag. This paper bag has been sealed ever since we bought the books in the dealer's room, and it went on the plane with me. I never looked in this bag. So when I take these books out, this will be an actual reaction to the first time I've seen these books and what books they bought. So I'm very excited. This allowed me to have something to think about during those times when I was on my way home and I was stuck in airports. I was like, oh man, what are the books? So I know that they're thin books. So I'm thinking one is a novella, and I think the other one might be a collection, possibly. I'm not sure which ones they are though. All right, so here we go. I'm so excited. The first book it's definitely a small book. It is, by Nassim Hemenia, The Bruising of Quilwa. I have never heard about this. Very cool. So this looks like it's a Persian-influenced fantasy. And it is kind of like The Four Profound Weaves by Lemberg, I think it was, R.M. Lemberg, and I really enjoyed that. So I'll probably enjoy this as well. This has LGBTQIA plus in it, and it's from Tachyon. There was a Tachyon Press thing there, and it is signed by the author. And it has this really cool bookmark where people have the thoughts of the book. Charlie Jane Inner says, I love this gorgeous book about blood magic, chosen family, and refugees in a hostile city. Neon Yang, Sam J. Miller, and David Anthony Durham all said that. And it is signed by Nassim Hamina. What's it about? Okay. Firuz E. Jafari is fortunate to have immigrated to the free democratic city-state of Quwa, feeling the slaughter of other traditional Sasani blood magic practitioners in their homeland. Ooh, I do love blood magic stuff. Despite the precarious status of refugees in Quwa, Firuz has found a good job at a free healing clinic. But Firuz and their employer, Kofi, have discovered a terrible new disease spreading through the city, and Firuz suspects ineptly performed blood magic is to blame. In order to survive, Firuz must break a deadly cycle of prejudice and find a fresh start for their blood and found family. Powerful and fascinating, The Bruising of Aquila is a riveting debut in the vein of fantasy classics such as the Broken Earth trilogy, The Four Profound Weaves, and Who Fears Death. Very cool. Awesome. That's definitely something that I would not have picked up on my own. So I'm excited to read that because it's something new. All right, next book we have. Ooh, I looked at this while I was there. This is The City Inside by Sumit Basu. So, is this another Indian author? Yeah. This is from 2020. From Tor. Okay. Let's see what this one's about. Joey is a reality controller in near-future Delhi. Her job is to supervise the multimedia, multi-reality live streams of Indy, one of South Asia's fastest rising online celebrities, who also happens to be her college ex. Joey's job gives her considerable cultural power, but she's too caught up in day-to-day crisis handling to see this or to figure out what she wants from her life. Rudra is a recluse estranged from his wealthy and powerful family, now living in an impoverished immigrant neighborhood. When his father's death pulls him back into his family's orbit, an impulsive job offer from Joey becomes his only escape from the life he never wanted. But as Joey and Rudra become enmeshed in multiple conspiracies, their lives start to spin out of control, complicated by dysfunctional relationships, corporate loyalty, and the never-ending pressures of surveillance capitalism. When a bigger picture begins to unfold, they must each decide how to do the right thing in a world where simply maintaining the status quo feels like an accomplishment. Ultimately, resistance cannot take the same shape for these two very different people. Excellent. I love this cover. This cover is beautiful. On the back, we have praise from Lavi Tidhar, KJ Charles, Indra Das, and Kate Elliott. Kate Elliott says The City Inside is one of the most horrifyingly plausible near futures I have ever read. It's also funny, relatable, supremely clever, and deeply political. Highly recommended. Cool. Both books are books that I would not have bought on my own, and I'm excited to read these two books because I am probably going to learn a lot about India and India culture, and that's good. There's a theme here. All right, thank you to my friends that bought these books for me. I will see you all in my next video. Say hi in the comments.